Who's up next in the golden chair? Visionary and visibility strategist Christina Vidovich, founder of Women Getting Visible. And I am your host, Christina of Women Getting Visible. Well, hello, everyone who's watching right now and who's watching in the future, which is now the past. I want to say hello, 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 and thank you for joining me on this episode of Women Getting Visible. Yes, I am the guest of this episode. So I want to talk a little bit about visibility. What is it? Why is it so important? And why is it such a buzzword? It's one of those words that you're hearing everywhere about being visible, getting visible, visibility in itself. I'm going to start with this. I don't have any notes. I'm going off the cuff because as a visibility strategist, I should know my stuff, right? And I want to show you that I do. So when you ask yourself, and one of my favorite questions is, what does visibility mean to you? I've asked several people, several women too, and I'm going to share those clips with you in the future. I'm compiling a list of what visibility means to women in particular. It is a whole variety of things. And of course, a lot of it has to do with our life experiences. So women in marketing are saying, well, visibility has to be marketing, has to be branding. People who've had trouble in their home space, visibility starts at home. We have to be able to manage our relationships with our children, with our partners, with our parents, with our friends before we can show up fully. Visibility for others is, I want to stand on the stage. I want to be able to hold that microphone and people to see me and know who I am. There are so many levels to what visibility is. So I want to ask you, what does visibility mean to you? Now, let's take that even further. Why does visibility matter? Take a moment and sit with that question. Why does visibility matter? Especially for women. Women have spent or are spending a great deal of their life playing so many roles, playing the daughter, playing the niece, playing the granddaughter, playing the aunt, playing the cousin, playing the girlfriend, the wife, the spouse, the partner, and sometimes leave little room for ourselves to be visible to ourselves. We spent so much time making everybody happy. And then one day we realize, wait a minute, this is my life and I need to be visible in it. It's just one simple example of the things that I, as a visibility strategist, can help you with. And so I'm going to take a moment because a lot of people wonder, well, what is it that you do? Because I've seen other visibility strategists and they want to get me speaking. They want to put me on a podcast. They want to. Well, one of the things I do is take you all the way through the stages that you want to and introduce you to the women that you need to be in the room with, whether it's online in the room or in the room in person, because I have a global platform with Women Getting Visible. We are bringing rooms to you around the world. And it is such an exciting adventure as I'm partnering with other women to create these spaces, safe spaces where we can share, we can celebrate ourselves, and lift each other up. So back to the question at hand, what do I do? Well, visibility accountability is one of the things that I offer. We'll have a short break of that in just a moment. And VIP experiences. Do you want to deep dive into what visibility means to you? Are you trying to figure out, well, okay, I need to get my messaging out there. I need to have my business. I need to balance my home life. And I'm getting lost. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting confused. There's so much to do. I want to speak on more stages. I want to get out more podcasts. Here's the thing, my friends. You need to get your clarity. That is the beginning of the stage. Get your clarity. And it's funny to use stage as in stage one versus the stage being out there and standing on it. That's another stage too. but not necessarily stage 2. So stage 1 is getting your clarity, finding your message. And this is some of the workshops when you join me in person that you're going to learn about. Finding clarity. What is clarity? Because I can tell you when people started talking to me about, oh, you have to be clear, you have to be clear. That is what it is. What is the clarity? Being clear to yourself. Not getting stuck in that rotating wheel of going, okay, it's another day in, another day out, another day in, another day out. What am I doing different than I was the day before? We're moving on to our inner self, into our greater self. Not getting stuck in the place of invisibility where my hand just went. Not getting stuck in the place where you're doing what other people are telling you to. Oh, well, my boyfriend said I should have this job, so that's why I'm having this job. And then the boyfriend comes and goes, and you're still in that same job. Why? Or some other ideas that maybe was in your childhood that your parents said, well, one day you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to be this. And you did it because you wanted to make them proud. But you realized somewhere along the journey, that's not what you wanted. It's not in alignment, which is the next part. Finding your alignment. What is bringing you joy in life? What goes down deep into your soul that makes you happy? And not forcing it. Everyone has a different journey. So maybe the 5-bedroom house with the 3.5-car garage is what you want. And for somebody else, to have a condo in Paris. Everybody's allowed to have their own dream as to what feels aligned for them. So that is what I want to talk about with alignment too. Where is that? Once we start to have a clear idea of where we're headed and what messaging, that's a deep dive to get into that messaging. Where are you going? That alignment will start to happen and people will start to get in line with you, next to you, in front of you, behind you. It's an amazing journey when things start to align. Your phone starts to ring off the hook, if you're still using a phone. Your messengers, that's where I spend my time, will be full of messages, people wanting to talk to you, people wanting to know about what you're doing, people who want to get part of the brilliance and the light from you. What clues do you have that you can enlighten others? There is that alignment that happens. And that is the visibility. So when the phone is ringing or your messages are getting full, your email box, your calendar, that's your visibility. It's not always standing on stages with a microphone. It's like this whole concept, especially in the United States, of celebrity. Celebrity popularity contest, right? So it's not always their choice. There might be an even better actor than this person who didn't get the part, but then they got the celebrity. So why am I bringing that up? Because those circles are what we are trying to reflect and say, oh, if I stand on the stage, then I'm going to be popular like a celebrity. But isn't your craft just as important as being able to stand on the stage? If you get on the stage and half your message, what good have you done? But if you got on a stage and you really knew your stuff and people can sense, wow, that's incredible. That stage is just as important because you're reaching other audiences who understand your message. And hey, maybe your next stage is here, or maybe this is your stage. You found where you belong. Again, that's back to the alignment of you to allow yourself to be whatever it is that you're meant to be. You don't have to overthink this. We spend so much time overthinking. Should we? Shouldn't we? Do we go here? Do we not go here? Sometimes you just have to go with what feels right. And if it feels right now, and it feels good to the core, that clarity has come through. Oh, I need to do this. The alignment, it feels right. Oh, I need to go visible in that room. I was on a call this morning that felt just like that. I had chatted with this woman briefly. I'd seen her things online before. I wasn't ready. What she had to offer today, I walked away feeling great in that call. The guest that she had on speaking, I felt alive and awake after that call. And I've had a couple people connect with me from that moment because it was so beautiful. But had I got on that call a year ago, when I was in a different space, I might not have the same messages. I might not have even gotten any messages. So allow yourself sometimes to sit on things, to sit through things. You can jump when it feels right, but when it's not feeling quite right, sit on it. If there's that call that you've been waiting to get on all week, or that place, that meeting, that networking, that cocktail hour, and suddenly here it is an hour before, and your gut says, you know, listen, listen to it. There's other times when there's doubt. Can you tell the difference between the doubt and when you don't need to be there? Yeah, you can. Be in tune with yourself. Slow down, quiet the noise, and you'll know if that was a self-doubt, because the naysayer voice will come in and say, well, you're not, you're not, you're not. The alignment voice will say, there's something about this that doesn't feel good today. It might be somebody in the room. It might be something else that you need to attend to at that same time. And you'll find out when that moment happens. So everything, when we slow down, can be so much more intentional and incredible in our lives and our lifestyle. This is where visibility starts to happen. When you're confused, when you are in your own dust, think about the cartoon Peanuts and that little guy, Pigpen, I want to say his name was. When your mind is in that dust storm, can anybody see you in it? No. But when it starts to become clear and you go, okay, I feel an alignment, I need to walk this direction, the right people are waiting for you there. You're not in that dust in your mind. You're not stuck in that. And these are little things that happen to us every day. This is not just a one and done, everything's a miracle and boom, I've reached my visibility. No, it's a continual journey. And accept that it's a continual journey because, okay, I've got that project done. What's next? For example, as soon as this live stream is done, I'm going to sit back, take a breath, and say, what's next? So will I end up in a dust bowl of my own? For a moment, sure. And then I will get the clarity of, oh, I've got visibility accountability group tonight that I need to take care of. So with that reminder, let me go ahead and share this little video.
Share your story, own your name, step in the light, ignite your flame, show up, shine out, it's time to be heard, flip fear into power with every word.
Yes, we can write our own wild new legacy. Every day you have the chance, every minute you have the chance to change your direction. So if visibility is something that's important to you, I want to invite you to the Visibility Accountability Group. It's great for group support, other women who are on their visibility journey as well. And I partner with Amy to make that happen because we both have amazing strengths that can get you forward on that visibility journey. If you want hands-on private touch, reach out to me. Go to the website womengettingvisible.com. Pretty simple, right? Womengettingvisible.com. Right there, you can book a clarity call with me. I will take 30 minutes and sit down with you, and you can decide what you want to do. If you want to just get to know me, we can chat. If you want to explore that visibility and say, yes, I would love to be a VIP in your program. I would love for you to help me with my LinkedIn, with my socials, with my podcast guesting. How do I start a podcast? How do I live stream? These are all gifts that I can give to you with my VIP strategic planning. I'm just telling you so that you know that there are opportunities for you to uplift yourself. Because how many times do we underscore ourselves that we say, I'm not going to buy that lipstick. It's beautiful and it is absolutely the right color for me, but it's $10 more than I want to pay. $10, my friend. Are you a coffee drinker? That's 2 coffees. Have coffee at home or don't go without coffee. Sometimes we undercut ourselves for the things that we want, that we need, and more importantly, that we deserve. So when I tell you about working with me as a visibility strategist, as a leadership strategist, we together will build your messaging and your leadership style so that you're walking in with confidence. I am someone who has stood on stages my entire life. So I know what it is to be visible. From being in a newspaper when I was in 2nd grade for my artwork, to being on stages singing, to being a ballroom dancer and performing and creating performances. I am doing that with you now in your life, creating your next performance. You deserve to be visible. Stop doubting yourself. You're here and you're listening because you're ready to lift up to that next level, and I'm ready to lift you up. So join me, womengettingvisible.com. Get on my email list, find out what's going on if you're still a little bit nervous. Grab a visibility call. Let's chat. Let's see if you want to do VIP or you want to go for the visibility accountability and work with a group of women, which I'm going to recommend that also. You'll get the 4 calls for free, your 30 days to try it out and see how it feels. And we give you real tips along the way so that you get to know what we're doing. Watch the Women Getting Visible podcast. See what that's about. There are women out there, and I've asked them, what does visibility mean to them? Why does it matter? And like I told you, it is different for each and every one of us. So, Christina, shall I ask myself the interview question? Why does visibility matter? Visibility matters because we need to stand in our own brilliance. We need to stop giving ourselves the negative voice, the one that has been holding us back all these years. Let me just tell you right now, you are smart, you are beautiful from the inside out, and what you have to say matters. Jot that down, listen to that again, rewind. You matter. And I want to shine a spotlight onto you. with Women Getting Visible. I have stages for you to stand on, to be celebrated in. I work with women to partnership for different events across the United States and around the globe. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey. If you're just starting out today and you've never spoke on a stage, I offer stages for you to speak on. If you're a seasoned speaker and you want to get in front of a new group of women, you can. You can do that with me hand in hand and celebrate each other and the things that we're doing. That is my mission. That is my purpose, to celebrate you. So, have you made your list yet of the things that are important for you when it comes to visibility? I hope so. Reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's get your VIP ticket going. And let's get you on some stages, on some podcasts, celebrating you, working on that inner work, your clarity, alignment to your visibility. I'm Christina, and this is Women Getting Visible. Who's up next in the golden chair? Join us next week. I'm your host, Christina Vidovich of Women Getting Visible.